Hi, I'm Professor Silver, and today I'll be deep diving into the history of Leon's Charizard, breaking down all of its battles as it defended Leon's title as the unbeatable Monarch. Leon found Charizard as a Charmander while he was still only a child. The two of them quickly bonded, likely because Leon was a lonely boy with only his brother Hop and friend Sonia to keep him company. Because Sonia beat Charmander in Leon's first battle, Leon dedicated himself to battling. By the time of his debut as a trainer, he and Charizard were nearly unstoppable. Not only did they get sponsored by Chairman Rose, but they also won the Galar League and became regional champions. During their debut in Flash of the Titans, Charizard devastated Lance's Red Gyarados in the finals of the World Coronation Series. Surprisingly, the first half of the Winden Stadium showdown was dominated by Gyarados. At the battle's start, the atrocious Pokemon muscled through Flamethrower with Hyper Beam, blocked Air Slash, and activated Dragon Dance. In addition to its early feats, it also shrugged off a second Flamethrower, landed Aqua Tail, and connected with Ice Fang. It wasn't until Charizard used Fire Spin that the tides finally changed. After the Flame Pokemon followed up with Thunder Punch, Lance had his Gyarados both defend itself with Aqua Tail and Dynamax into a literal giant. In response, Leon did the same and Gigantamaxed Charizard into the ultimate Kaiju. Upon settling into its new form, Charizard preempted Max Geyser with Max Lightning, dodged Max Strike, landed Max Airstream, and set off G-Max Wildfire. Gyarados tried to protect itself with Max Guard, but it still fell in defeat. By winning, Charizard both won Leon the Masters 8 and earned him the title of Monarch. In the very next episode, The Climb to be the Very Best, Charizard battled Ash's Pikachu. Leon accepted the fight because he respected Ash's gumption and saw him as a kindred soul. Despite Ash's enthusiasm, however, Charizard completely overwhelmed Pikachu at the battle's beginning. It countered Quick Attack, repelled Iron Tail, punched Electro Web, and overloaded Thunderbolt. Although Pikachu did some damage upon Gigantamaxing, Leon eliminated the mouse's advantage by Gigantamaxing Charizard as well. The first thing Charizard did as a giant was dodge Max Strike, shoot off Max Airstream, and land Max Lightning. Pikachu retaliated with G-Max Volt Crash, but Charizard held strong and won anyway with G-Max Wildfire. Following the battle's end, Leon and Charizard entered the next iteration of the World Coronation Series. In the episode Toughing It Out, they defended their seeding by delivering a beatdown to Hammerlock Gym Leader Raihan's Duraludon. While the alloy Pokemon opened with Metal Claw and Iron Defense, Charizard used Dig and Brick Break. Duraludon then gained the lead with Stone Edge and Steel Beam, but the battle ultimately went in Leon's favor after each Pokemon Gigantamaxed into their supersized forms. To win, Charizard Max Knuckled through Max Rockfall, stopped Max Steel Spike, and led off G-Max Wildfire. Thereafter, Charizard took a break from the competition and helped Leon as the trainer fought in the darkest day. During the arc, it ferried Leon, defeated a Gigantamax Centiskorch, and fought Eternatus. Charizard nearly beat the legendary, but it couldn't deliver the finishing blow. Instead, it sacrificed itself so as to save Ash and Go's Pokemon. That said, fighting Eternatus inspired Leon and Charizard to continue getting stronger. In meeting up with the Monarch, Charizard demonstrated its newfound power opposite Flint's Infernape. To seize victory, it landed Flamethrower, tanked close combat, led off Flare Blitz, and used Dragon Claw. Once the battle concluded, Charizard honed its flying skills and bolstered its strength alongside Leon and Ash. At the Masters 8, Charizard first fought Alain's Charizard. Its opponent started with Dragon Claw, but it dodged the blow, landed Air Slash, and forced a swap for Malamar. Sadly for Alain, Malamar did no damage. Charizard blocked Psycho Cut, caught Throat Chop, and beat it with Fire Blast. Left with no other option, Alain recalled his Charizard and activated his Keystone. Although the Mega then ripped through Ancient Power and launched Flare Blitz, Leon's Charizard still won the battle as it used a super effective Dragon Pulse. Thanks to the victory, Leon advanced to the semifinals where his Gigantamax Charizard battled Diantha's Mega Gardevoir. Diantha's Ace landed Thunderbolt and redirected G-Max Wildfire, but Charizard held the flames at bay with Max Airstream and won out with more Wildfire. Through its winning of the battle, Charizard advanced Leon to the finals. In the finals themselves, Charizard's sole opponent was Pikachu. The first thing Charizard did after Gigantamaxing was preempt Thunderbolt using Max Rockfall. Although Pikachu retaliated with Iron Tail, the attack did little damage as Charizard's form supercharged its HP. Upon shrugging off the attack, the Fire type did major damage with Max Wyrmwind. Ash knew that he couldn't win without serious firepower, so he then activated his Z-Ring and ordered 10 million volt Thunderbolt. In response, Charizard met the attack with G-Max Wildfire. Not only did the attack's collision do both Pokemon heavy damage, but it also eliminated Charizard's Gigantamax form and attracted Eternatus' attention. Due to the Legend's arrival, Ash and Leon temporarily paused the battle. When the battle resumed, it was only after Pikachu beat Cinderace that Charizard returned to the field. The Flame Pokemon summoned Ancient Power so as to thwart Quick Attack, but the barrage of rocks left it vulnerable to heavy injury. Pikachu pressed his advantage with Iron Tail, but Charizard repelled the move, landed Air Slash, and fired off Fire Blast. Although Pikachu caught the flames within Electro Web and retaliated with Thunderbolt, Charizard maintained its composure and defended itself with Fire Blast. The resulting explosion did major damage to both Pokemon. Charizard incurred even more injury after Pikachu then landed Iron Tail. Impressively though, Charizard only took the attack so as to land Dragon Pulse. The move caused ample injury, but Pikachu survived using sheer electrical willpower. Because the battle awakened both Pokemon's warrior spirits, they each declared their intention to win by covering the field in their elemental powers. Pikachu followed up the display with a powerful Quick Attack, but Charizard withstood the blow, put on the pressure with Ancient Power, and let off a series of Air Slashes. Pikachu deflected each and every one of them with Iron Tail, so Charizard upped the intensity and absolutely roasted him with Fire Blast. Even though Ash's ace appeared down for the count, a vision of all his friends inspired him to keep fighting. Because Leon and Ash both knew neither of their Pokemon could last much longer, they each ordered one last attack. While Charizard used Fire Blast, Pikachu opted for Thunderbolt. The crash of the attacks dazzled the audience, but ultimately spelled the end of Leon's reign as Monarch. Due to Pikachu's tough skull, Charizard fell in defeat, losing Leon both the title and the Masters Tournament. Through the act of losing, Charizard ushered in the birth of both Ash's Monarch and most powerful anime trainer. While the loss wasn't ideal, Leon and Charizard accepted it with dignity, as they vowed to keep striving for greatness. As that concludes their time as world champions, let's get to Charizard's battle record. Charizard beat Lance's Gyarados, Ash's Pikachu, Raihan's Duraludon, Centiskorch, Flint's Infernape, Alain's Malamar, Alain's Mega Charizard X, and Diantha's Mega Gardevoir. Not counting its loss to Sonia's Rookidee, Charizard's one and only loss was to Ash's Pikachu. Move-wise, Charizard used Air Slash, Ancient Power, Brick Break, Dig, Dragon Claw, Dragon Pulse, Ember, Fire Blast, Fire Spin, Flamethrower, Flare Blitz, Rock Tomb, Scratch, and Thunder Punch. In its Gigantamax form, it also used G-Max Wildfire, Max Airstream, Max Knuckle, Max Lightning, Max Rockfall, and Max Wyrmwind. Charizard's battle with Pikachu was one of the best in Journeys, but I wish we'd been given more insight into the Pokemon's personality. While it doesn't wholly diminish the character, it felt a bit too much like a carbon copy of a launched Charizard. Both Pokemon were primarily focused on pleasing their trainers, winning battles, and upping their form. Rather than memorable character development, Charizard's biggest legacy will likely be its epic battles and impact on Ash's becoming of Monarch. And with that, class is adjourned. Big thanks to the channel's patrons for their support. If you'd like to watch class early and get other exclusive perks, sign up for Patreon via the link in the description. For other ways to support the channel, make sure to sub and hit the bell so you're never late to class. Until next time, catch you later.